It'll be interesting to see. Really, I was watching a bit of Lion Pizza Chicken earlier. Saw them on this map. We saw of course, the bug from Kyo coming out, as well as the pencil, and you really do not want to get in a position where you're trying to retake from your plat. You got this pencil in top mid, and then the bucket just poking you from the ledges underneath. A really easy way to just get comboed by those two, not even taking into account the other members of the team who are also throwing bombs, also pressuring you. These players are just really coordinated, able to find the one member that kind of oversteps a little too much, and just able to immediately target them and combo them, take them out before you know what happened.
Yeah, and for the side of Moonlight, right, where you've seen a couple comp changes come out of them. We've seen them, of course, Omega doing a fantastic job on a Decavitator. We've seen a Nolan swap around a couple of those shooters, from Zap to T-Tech to Neo Splash, being able to supply a lot of strike pressure, a lot of paint, and fighting capability. And of course, Nolan being able to supply pressure with the Squeezer that we saw as well. Basil on the pen, of course, being able to apply cooler whenever needed, and poking with a lot of chip damage. So overall, Moonlight's got a couple comps ideal, running just changes in their front line. But it should be interesting to see the type of comps they're going to bring to Inkling Art Academy. Because again, like, with that giant pillar in the center is not where you want the enemy team to be. So if they are going to go anything with Azuka, Squeezer's not a bad option. You're able to wall off the front, especially if you're going to have players like on Lion Pizza Chicken, just camping your ledges, making it hard to go in. I mean, this is going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, really excited to get this underway. We're going to again here. Those of you who have been with us all day, these teams have been at it. One of them is going to move on to our final round here to face Green Star. The other one's going to have to call it a day. So these players have been at it since, 1 o'clock. So they're probably starting to, face that part where, fatigue gets to be an issue, but also these are top players. So this is definitely not foreign territory for any of them. A lot of them, I feel like maybe now they're just starting to lock in.
Yeah, and I mean, they had a while to wait, right? I mean, you had the time to see the previous semifinals match, but if anything, that little break period was their time to either keep planning things out, take a little bit of that break to maybe get some food, kind of refreshen yourself up, or play just lots of solo queue, as today is the last day to try to get your top 500 badges before it resets tonight for the next X-Rank season. But yeah, this is their opportunity now to try to put it all on the table. See who has been able to just continuously hold locked in, and who might have to take a couple games to get things going forward. I mean, we're obviously no stranger at this top level to see the opportunities for reverse sweeps. All it takes is a game or two to figure out the other team, and you're able to start turning things around. Sometimes even just mid-game. Hold it all the way to the end and just be able to cap the zone just for a second, just to buy yourself some more time. And it really helps to try to figure out all your angles.
Yeah, and so we saw, obviously we just saw Celeste, and we saw Celeste almost reverse sweep Lion Pizza Chicken. And we talk about, the seeding and stuff like that. When you look back at the season that was, Celeste 1609.19 was their point total, but Moonlight was right behind them, 1608.57. So less than 1 point separated those two teams, and put Celeste in the 3 seed and Moonlight in the 4 seed. So if a team that close could almost get the reverse sweep, then that is definitely some hope for Moonlight, that if they can just play smart, get the matchups that they want, they can definitely get the upset here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for them to shine just a little brighter, and show that they can take a game off of anything, off of this team. This pretty much of a pickup for Lion Pizza Chicken. Although fantastic players, though it's not, of course, not going to be easy. But Celeste, like you said,
What a pickup, though.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like,
incredible.
I've played pickups. I don't think I've been lucky enough to find teammates of this caliber when I've picked up. Just, man, what a, some people have all the fun.
Yeah, no, 100%. Especially when it comes to being able to name your teams. I mean, not every day you get a team called Lion Pizza Chicken entering in your tournament as a part of your results screen.
Yeah, we are going to get underway in just a bit here. Teams are picking their weapons now, so buckle in. Hopefully you got your predictions in, and we'll be underway in just a second as these teams are getting ready to begin our second semi-final set to see who's going to go on to face Green Star.
Yeah, in this best of 5, every game is going to count. The first 2 games are your only opportunities to try to figure out the other team. Whether you win or lose, especially if you're in a losing position, you want to be able to have that sorted quickly rather than slowly, so you're able to get an upper hand at some point, or if you're lucky to even just take a game. Of course, odds a little bit against Moonlight here because of the caliber that Lion Pizza Chicken is at just as a team. But if you're able to take even just one game and learn a lot from that to hopefully push it further, I'm sure they'll be in it for a good run. And of course, Moonlight's no stranger either to being in tricky situations. I mean, we've seen them do some incredible things in recent tournaments, both inland and off land, just online. They're able to just put a lot of stops out there, beat a lot of really, really good teams and take games off of them as well. They've been grinding for so long. I know they're really ecstatic to try to see if they can take more than just the games, but the set off of this team. Here we go. Game number 1, Splat Zones and Art Academy. Let's take a look at these comps.
We are going to see, no surprise, Omega on that decapitator, really working out well for them. And then on the other side, pretty standard comp we're seeing. We're going to see the Stamper, so kind of a sword fight here.
Yeah, see what's gonna give which other team the upper hand. Omega, of course, having the opportunity with the decapitator to have those sharp corner turns to get some solid picks. Oh, unfortunately getting caught out there by Kyo as they're going to hold on forward. We do see Stamper here going on the side, pretty much flanking the pencil, but here comes Omega on the jump in, finding one, trying to find another. Bubble comes out, gets another 2, and that's a delayed wipeout on the side of Lion Pizza Chicken, and Omega's trying to keep things going. Unfortunately, it's picked off. Lead swapped over for Moonlight.
Just the resiliency of these top players and just their inability to be intimidated. Omega was pretty much the first player to go down in this game. It immediately bounces back by getting a triple. Just can never count these players out. Even if they have a bad life, they are going to respawn and be a threat once again.
Do you see the shot here, able to get one? Zuka will find another. They're looking for one more pick with it. Can they find her? Is the pencil going to get him in time? No, to neither. Omega tried jumping in, but goes down at the top of the center there. They will take back zone. Now Moonlight, unfortunately, goes down. 2 more to a Zipcaster. Zipcaster trying to find another, gets canceled out. But it's going to be a Lion Pizza Chicken that's just holding this spawn area really strongly here. Probably going to get a lead off of it.
Yeah, we see Kyo caught into trouble trying to, at least was able to force the big bubbler to come out. Little, not quite the position they wanted. You see the decapitator is going to go down. We see 2 members now trying to take out this member. Oh my gosh, the follow-up now is going to be Omega, but yeah, just so many trades going back and forth right now. It is going to be Lion Pizza Chicken just holding on to this advantage right now as we're getting close to running out of time. Moonlight's gonna have to win a team fight here in order to extend this game.
Yeah, and these specials they have, they gotta try to find a pick, and one they will find on Kyo. 15 ticks to go. They're trying to hold on. Can Omega stall it on the side as the strikes will come on out? You will see the shot player holding on just a little bit more. Bubble will be popped though, causing some trouble, and they will get that cap just in time. Shot quickly punished, but you do see, I believe that's Zaraz on the Stamper from behind them, taken out by Shadow. Pencil will take out Basil, and Moonlight holds on just a little bit longer for this game.
Yeah, really good job there of executing that retake with their specials when the pressure was on. and now keep their foot on the gas, trying to at least get some trades on their own on this plat here. Gonna just try to stall them for as long as they can. Their penalty is burned through. It is going to be, was able to camp that inning, get the pick. The strikes are going to come out, but only going to be able to neutralize the zone for the time being. It's going to be a paint fight mid. The Zookas come out, and they are going to be able to cap the zone before the strikes are able to paint over. We see Biscuit there with a nice pick.
Very nice job there. Biscuit's going to hold for some jumps to come on in. Unfortunately, they aren't able to cap that zone right away. Moonlight going players down repeatedly. I believe that was Goss in their spawn, just picking off the members of Moonlight one by one. Zaraz here holding forward with the Stamper, just kind of, dancing around here, making things hard for Nolan, but Omega comes to save the day. Holding on here as Keo will get a pick, though, on the side with the Slosher. Taking forward, trying to lay over some damage over that splash wall. Getting flanked around by Shadow, but gets caught on out. Great awareness by Keo. A couple more penalty points to go, and this might be the game.
And just with pressure there, just a really pesky spot to have to be dealing with a Slosher. They're going to take the long way to try to take him out, but when they see the strikes come out, 2 members go down, they are going to have to just paint as much as they can, but they have a pencil staring them down along with the zip caster. But it's not over yet. If they can try to get this cap here, we do see 2 members go down once again. Not the heaviest painting members, so we see Nolan trying to get the Zuka, take out Keo. Keo is going to go down, and again, we're just trying to cap. We see the strikes come out. That should at least clear some space to finally do it, but not quite. There we go. Moon finally able to get it, but that time it took them was time that they weren't able to get any points off the board. Now we see 2 members go down, and it is going to be with about 20 seconds left. Lion Pizza Chicken getting control back.
I mean, talking about stalling for time, although Moonlight was able to get it for a second, Lion Pizza Chicken was able to stall it out for so long. Trades finishing this off. It's going to be Moonlight trying to head this into an overtime as they do have capture of the zone, but 2 players going down, strikes coming on out. Is it enough to take over that zone? The zip will finish the rest of the players off. Lion Pizza Chicken secures game number 1.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a bonder at the end, but it seemed like, 2 members from Moonlight just tried to get, behind that wall there before the ramp, and they both just died instantly. So really just kind of killed any chance of them being able to hold there in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, props to Moonlight, too, for just being able to bring it that far as well. There were some scary situations there that they looked like they were not able to go back in, and then just when you think it's gonna be over, they hold on a little bit longer. Now they do have the advantage here of being able to counterpick the map, and I mean, they've already shown this first game they are more than capable of trying to take some games off of Lion Pizza Chicken.
Yeah, Moonlight definitely a very easy team to root for. We talk about kind of the established teams versus the pickups. Lion Pizza Chicken definitely not a household name, even though the players definitely are. But Moonlight, you kind of recognize them, and it helps when you have people streaming. They have guys who stream often, stream their tournament runs, which is always nice to kind of see. Get that glimpse into the inner workings of the team, the comms, and everything like that. So definitely a team that has a lot of fans pulling for them right now. We'll see if they can even up the set here in game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only do you get to root for them from their own streams, but you also get to see their gameplay, right? Hear some of their comms if they do have those going as well. Hear the in-betweens, their thought process, the way they're being able to push in together and understand what's happening live during those matches. And a lot of things that a lot of players can try to take note of as well, especially if you have maybe a player that has a map or a weapon that you like to play yourself and want to earn some tips from. Always nice to see from their POV. Looks like we do have the counter map available as well. Looks like Moonlight is going to be bringing them over to Mahi Mahi Resort.
Yeah, headed to the Kalahari or the Mahi Mahi Resort, ready to this game 2 underway. We saw them, a couple sets ago be able to beat BTDX here game 1. So probably a map that they're definitely feeling a lot of comfort in, and hopefully that can play out well for them here.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the capability we've seen them have on a previous set. I think it was the end of the groups that we saw. Moonlight have a phenomenal game when they played this. I believe it was against BTDX. They were able to take just an incredible game, have a lot of good holds on it. So, I think they're hoping to do the same thing here, right? Hopefully they can have the upper hand, take a lot of great space. But of course, again, they're going against what feels like a final boss for them, or at least right before, if they're able to take it to their win, a chance to their win to grands. But hoping to have the upper hand here, hoping to turn things around, especially with how close that previous game was. I feel like they feel they're ready to do it.
You have to wonder if Green Star is watching right now, trying to study their potential future opponent here. They've already seen Moonlight, they've already swept them, so they kind of know what's in store. But if they can kind of do some scouting and at least see if Moonlight can expose some vulnerabilities in Lion Pizza Chicken, that can help them out as they are there waiting on the final side.
Absolutely, taking all the information that you can. We are going to see the same comp coming out from Moonlight and the same comp coming out of Lion Pizza Chicken. Both are comfortable with what they're running, and they want to try to win with those comps. So here we are running off to mid already. We are going to have both teams poking out for that first pick. We are going to see Keo going down immediately. Cooler will be popped to the side of Moonlight. 2 players down now for Lion Pizza Chicken. They're trying to push the rest of the members away. They still haven't capped the zone yet, as they're still holding on, trading off 2 players. So this zone cap that Moonlight has will not be for long, as Biscuit's going to try to tap shot Nolan out of here. Just barely being saved by the pencil. Unfortunately, trading that away. So now Moonlight also no pencil ready to go. Zuka to finish off a couple more players.
I don't think I've ever seen a pencil just run up to somebody like that, but Biscuit just fearless with the aim. And we see now it is going to be Lion Pizza Chicken here in control, trying to get the Zipcaster out now. Is going to find a nice pick on the Shadow, who was trying to get strikes ready, so that's going to buy some more time for this zone to continue to tick away. And see the jump coming in, not going to get punished right now. It is going to be, again, the tide is now changing. It is still Lion Pizza Chicken in control.
Yeah, they have a great hold here as well. Strikes will come on up to try to buy them a little bit of space. One will go down to a splat bomb. It's a great pick by Shadow as they're trying to hold, but Keo doing a great job there. It's getting a decent trade off. They're going to have the cap back for the zone, so buying themselves a little bit more time. No one trying to fight on hold here. They will get down. Zaraz being poked away by the strikes, and the pencil getting picked off here. Players just constantly going down. It's going to be Lion Pizza Chicken taking back of that zone.
And now we see now the Zuka is almost ready for defense. Going to get that charged up. Curious if they're going to wait until we see one member go down. Now 2 drop on this side. Going to try to back up to use that Zuka, but going to get chased down by Omega before that's even possible. And Omega just still running in before the zone even gets chasing Biscuit now. And not going to be able to get the jump off. Oh my gosh, Omega is on a tear right now.
And popping bubble 2 to reset themselves a little bit. They will continue that splat streak, getting 3 players down, trying to hold these ledges, but their teammates are going down behind them. Wonder if there's a player flanking around. They're in their spawn. They're just going to have to try to ignore them for now and reset. Zuka will go ahead and push some more players out. 4 points away from a lead, but Moonlight can't hold on just enough time. And that's going to be Lion Pizza Chicken securing the zone once again. Special is going to be berating on out. Keo holding forward here. Nice reset to not go down. 2 minutes left on the clock. The last thing they want to do is waste any time not having that zone.
Now we see Basil going to have to be forced to jump out because that Zipcaster was all over them at the moment. And now it is going to be the penalty gone for Lion Pizza Chicken. And it's going to be the strikes coming out, not really going to do too much to pressure anything other than give Omega a chance to get it, pop that bubbler on the zone, but they're really just fighting alone right now. The Zuka now comes out, able to find, looks like 2 players, and now they're going to get taken out. They do get the zone, but it is only going to be Basil left.
Yeah, and as we see here, the shot is just panning up for Zuka, and thankfully they were able to cap that zone, build up, buy themselves a little bit more time. Immediately punished, though, by Omega going down there. A nice trade-off. Zuka's trying to find a pick on the pencil, unable to. They're still holding on to the zone strikes to push some more players back by a little bit more time. Omega will drop on the right side here, playing around the snipe. They will probably pop bubble here for a little bit more paint, a little bit of protection just to get Basil in on the pencil. Unfortunately, they will go down. Penalty points are about to be over. Moonlight's trying to hold on just a little bit longer. Can the Zuka live to get a trade? Yes, they will, and they still live to tell the tale. They feel like a player is there, but they jumped out already. Less than a minute to go. Moonlight still has to fight their way for a lead.
That was a big Zuka shot for Nolan, and now, I thought they were able to survive that, but they are going to get found, and at least they had coolers, so now we see Omega trying to make something happen, going to get taken out as well. So again, Moonlight just trying to retake from their plat. They've kind of been in this position all game where they're only able to cap the zone for a bit, but not able to get the stronghold they need, and credit to Lion Pizza Chicken being content with, losing the control of the zone temporarily, but really keeping their presence on the map the entire time.
Yeah, doing a great job at just being everywhere where Moonlight does not want them to be. 10 more seconds to go. That's 3 players down for Moonlight. Full on wipeout. And with that, game number 2 will go on over to Lion Pizza Chicken, putting the score at a 2-0 match point. Moonlight now in need of a reverse sweep.
Yeah, gonna be interesting here because, we talked about in the round robin phase of things, Green Star by far the strongest looking team here, the 1 seed, not losing a single game. We get to semifinals, and granted they did win 3-1, but they did lose a game there. Now it's Lion Pizza Chicken who, took a few minor bumps in the round robin stage, but now on the verge of sweeping their semifinal opponent on their way to the finals. So potentially building some momentum. These are very, very experienced players, continental champions who, they know, hour 4 of the tournament is where things get really interesting. So they are ready, they are warmed up, they are locked in.
Yeah, they know what they need to do to secure this last game that they're going to be waiting on, and they've done fantastic so far. Again, only dropping a game previously to Celeste, so Lion Pizza Chicken is doing a fantastic job at keeping the ball rolling no matter the loss, no matter how close those games might be. They're just on a stampede, and Moonlight's got to find a way to shut it down. Now again, both of these games they have gotten pretty close on both occasions. They just need to find that final step, and I mentioned it before, but 2 games down, this is your last opportunity to start turning things around. Quickly go over what you previously learned about these teams, right? Obviously, they're going to be trying to pick a map that's going to be favored a little bit more for them than it might be for Lion Pizza Chicken. But again, as you said before, Rui, these are national champs, pretty much all on the same team at one point in their Splatoon career. They know this game inside and out, and it's going to be a challenge no matter where they go.
Yeah, hard to sit there and think, all right, what's a map that Kyo's bad at? Just, good luck trying to kind of piece together that puzzle. So really just have to go with a comfort pick for your own team. You tried that with Mahi, it didn't quite work out, even though it was a pretty contested game. Just weren't quite able to. You got the retakes, but you never really pushed them out of mid completely to set up a strong defense. You're always just kind of flipping the zone by the skin of your teeth, and then just kind of getting pushed right back out of it. So they need something where they can kind of establish a presence once they are able to get that flip and get some sustained points off the board. And what better place to try to institute a long lockout than Barnacle and Dime?
That's a really good choice for Moonlight. I mean, we saw what they were able to do on this map against Bet earlier in the tournament during that group stage. Now, granted, it wasn't Moonlight that picked it. It was a counter pick by Bet, but nonetheless, Moonlight got the job done in a very dominant fashion, and I feel they're feeling the same way. They know what they need to do on this map to get into a great lockout point, and they just have to hold it for as long as they can, not getting overzealous, not kind of diving in practically into the enemy spawn to get picks, but hold them back and don't let their specials try to get you out of the way too easily. Now, of course, same on the other foot though. Lion, Pizza Chicken, definitely probably no stranger to this map, of course. Know what they need to do, the ins and outs for this map to hold. It's really going to just be about who can hold it longer and who can really pressure that aggressive stance and just hold it for that point. Now, do we see a complete lockout of going from 100 to 0? Do we see some pushback? Well, as long as neither of these teams probably go into a wipeout point, I think we're in for a really good game.
Yeah, that is a good point. You know, it was Bet to Destroy X who picked this map, but you know, that set was so back and forth with Moonlight, except for that game 5 Barnacle and Die. Moonlight was really able to get the KO. You know, not a very long game at all. So probably, you know, just remembering that set, thinking, hey, that was our most, you know, dominant game of that entire set. So, you know, when your back's against the wall here, you need to find a way to not only win this one, but find a way to win 3 in a row. So you might as well start off with what you played well just an hour or so ago.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be the same comp once again out of both teams. Again, if they confidence is high here with these comps, they want to be able to win exactly with them. Great choices by both teams, rushing on into that center. Who's going to be able to find this first pick? Nolan has a great stance here with that squeezer. They're going to be able to actually secure the zone for a few more points here as a great start opening. Using that wall in the squeezer, poke around players, get a nice assist there. It's a great on start. Can they get the Zuka? No, Zuka finds them instead. Keel will go down though as Strikes force remaining members of Lion Pizza Chicken back. And right away, Moonlight's just trying to hold on forward and get some picks, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
Yeah, Moonlight winning this first fight, but not quite able to finish the job now as their pencil does go down. We see the Strikes come out, and they're all alone on their plat. They're going to get taken out, so now they're just going to be at the Shadow and Omega to try to hold the rest of the way. Omega's going to go down, so now Shadow is going to be forced to retreat. And here's that dangerous situation. They've lost all the map control in mid. It is going to be now Keo trying to push up on Shadow, and he's going to get taken out, but we see Nolan there able to punish. So now both teams are just even right now. We see the Zuka come out, and it looks like it's going to find 2 or 3. We see, not quite sure who to credit that all to, as we saw the Stamper as well pushing up great coordination. Now we see Lion Pizza Chicken just continuing to walk their way forward, taking more space, making the prospect of getting into the zone just that much harder for Moonlight.
Yeah, Moonlight's got really one opportunity left to try to push on in. They gotta get some solid picks there, and so far getting down the Stamper is a great way to start, although they're gonna be able to jump in. Biscuit backs up here, try to pick the pencil, but Basil will get it instead. That's 2 players down. Moonlight needs to get one more. They do. Push for the zone. Can they cap it? Yes, they will. Moonlight's not over yet. They have a little bit more fight in them, getting a delayed wipeout here, but Omega got, again, overzealous, trying to find more picks. Gets pressured on out, and now that Zuka barely saving it for Nolan.
That was just a blind shot. There's no way that Nolan could have seen that player coming through the ink strike. Just able to really just predict that so well and get the pick, and that's going to enable control. And that's all they needed, was just a way in. Now, you know, they have no penalty. They have it all the way down halfway now. And we're getting a situation here where if members of Lion Pizza Chicken go down, they're not going to have time to respawn and recover. Keo able to get 1, able to get the trade for 2, so it is going to be just the pencil of Moonlight, not going to be able to hold the zone on their own. Instead, it's going to get taken out.
Fortunate situation there for Moonlight. Hold it though for a good amount of points. Although that Zuka is a little dangerous here. They're going to find Nolan like he did before. No, barely staying alive here. Jump outs going in. Their pencil is down, so Moonlight now doesn't have a cooler as quickly as they would have liked. Unfortunate there. Omega gets picked off by the shot. Goss is doing a great job at poking these ledges. Going to be 2 players down again for Moonlight. Into a stagger they go. They have to find a way in. Biscuit now just painting a little bit whatever they can. That's not their color. For the cooler, penalty points about to finish on in. Moonlight, this is your last chance. Goes down to Strikes. Wipe it on the board. 3-0 win for Lion Pizza Chicken.
Yeah, what coordination there by Line Pizza Chicken. We saw you called out that the pencil from Moonlight went down, and immediately two frontliners from Lion Pizza Chicken just swooped in. It was like you called out for them that hey, the range threat is gone. Time to dive in at their front lines. They were to win that fight as well just by getting that pinch off. And so, yeah, Lion Pizza Chicken coming into the finals with a full head of steam, sweeping the semifinals. So they're going to get set to face our number 1 seed Green Star, who again has only lost one game the entire tournament.